Hi guys, before we continue to the next lesson and find out what the push-pull tool does, just wanted to let you know that we are actually more than halfway into this course. I really do hope you're enjoying watching the videos as much as I did making them. Hopefully you're finding everything easy to follow and understand. Remember that in order to master something with every new skill, we do need to practice. I have included the link for the whole course, for the whole playlist in the description below. Put it in your bookmarks so you can come back and rewatch a video if you need to refresh something. And you can drop your comments or questions in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer as best as I can. And if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's find out what the push-pull tool can do. So the push-pull command is probably the tool that makes Sketchup so easy to use and distinguishes it from other 3D design softwares. It's actually this button here in the toolbar. It's a surface with a red arrow pointing up. Or you can use the letter P as a shortcut. Click on it, and now your cursor changes to the actual push-pull tool icon. And then what we need to do is select a surface and turn it into a 3D component. Let's select this surface here, the inner surface. Click on it once and release the left mouse button, and then with your mouse you can drag it anywhere you want to create your first 3D component, and click and release. We are still in the push-pull command, so let's do another surface. Let's do this one. Instead of using the mouse, I'm gonna just type in the distance I want it to go up, let's say 450 millimeters, and there you go. Press the spacebar and go back to the select tool. What I want you to notice is that this is not one solid item. It consists of surfaces and edges, and it's not solid inside, just empty. It's just surfaces and edges. It's similar but not quite to the extrude command in AutoCAD. The extrude command in AutoCAD creates a solid volume body. This just takes a surface and pulls it up or down. So let's do the same thing with our polygons here. Push-pull command. Let's take the first surface, click on it and drag it anywhere you want. Do the same with the second surface. Notice as soon as I hover over a surface, it highlights it with a blue dotted color, indicating that this is the surface that will be pushed or pulled. Click on it. You can go further up. And now I will do the same with the third. Notice that as soon as I reach this point here, it locks, letting me know that this is where you want to go. It snaps onto the other volume surface next to it, and it doesn't let me go any further up. Don't worry, just click on it up to that point, and then you can continue and go further up. And now you can move it anywhere you want. And remember, you can do this as well with the mouse or with entering exact dimensions. We're still in the push-pull command. Let's demonstrate this with our concentric circles. I will pick up the inner circle. I can move it up and it creates a 3D volume. What looks like a solid, it's not. It's just a perimeter surface, a surface on top, and the circumference around the top circle. Now, if I moving it up, creates a cylinder. If I move it downwards, you will notice that instead of a cylinder, it creates something that looks like a hole. This shows better what the push-pull command does. It picks up a surface and either pushes it or pulls it down. I can also pick it again and change my shape. Do this on the top. You just need to play around with it a little bit just to familiarize yourself with the actual command and understand what it actually does. Let's do the same again with our big surfaces here. I will pull this up a little bit and this one outside a little bit further. Do the circle, the cylinder. It continues to be empty inside. I can also pick surfaces that have been created in 3D components and make them change their position. Basically, it can pick up any surface and create a 3D object from it. I can also pick up this surface here and change the shape and the size of our 3D shape. Looks like a camera. I can also draw new surfaces onto the already 3D volumes, and using the push-pull command again, pick it up and push it all the way back until it snaps to the end there, and it will create a void. Or do the opposite, create a new surface, push-pull command and pull it out. So this is what SketchUp actually does. We create surfaces. Let's create a new surface here. We create surfaces. Change those surfaces as we want. Let's say, let me create an arc here. Go ahead and delete this external surface and the lines running out from the arc. Pick up the push-pull tool and create my 3D object. Again, what I want to stress out, even though it looks like a volume, it's not. It consists of surfaces and line edges. If I delete one of the surfaces here, you will see that inside it is empty. And in order to select the whole, let me do an undo here. In order to select my object here as a whole, I will need to either use the window selection or the crossing selection, or if you want, you can pick up each surface one by one and each edge one by one. Best way is to use your window selection. Now in our next lesson, in our next video, I will show you how to create groups from already created objects and explain the reason why we need to do this.